Hi and welcome to another Free.volous episode. As you can see by the title, I have not a full face but three Lush products on my face today, and I'm giving them sort of a test run. This is not going to be an up close and personal because I started this video too late for it to be a 10-hour wear test, which is what I usually do, but I'll do a few check-ins here and there. Lush has released their makeup range quite a long time ago, and I've always wanted to try their stuff, but because they don't have it in store here in Portugal and you can't really pick your shades and all of that, I was a bit hesitant. And that's silly because I buy a lot of makeup online, but I don't know, regarding Lush, I wasn't into going through that extra faff of buying stuff that may be wrong for my skin tone and stuff like that. So I never got to buy it, but because of this last year, the circumstances have made it that I've been buying everything online, so why not finally get my hands on some Lush stuff. I really love their concept for less packaging or hardly any packaging, which is really interesting. I'm not saying this is the only way or the correct way of doing things, but I like their approach and their attempts at being more sustainable in terms of packaging. So I was really interested in the concept also. So I bought the foundation, which is a classic 30-gram cream, or kind of like a stick foundation, you would say. It comes in this kind of matchstick little box, and you open it, and inside you have the stick with a base of wax, with a wax sort of wrapping on the lower half so that you can hold it, and it is a melty sort of formula, so your boxes will get a bit grubby quickly. The next one I bought was a highlighter blusher hybrid, which is called Pipit in this case, and again same kind of concept, sort of type matchbox type of cardboard packaging, and the naked product inside with the wax base little wrapper on the lower area of the product so that you can hold it. And then I bought the lipstick, and the lipstick comes in its own full wax casing, and then you buy the lipstick case, which is metal on the side, and you can go back and forward and switch up your lipsticks if you want to. The only thing is, because it doesn't come in one of these kind of boxes, once you take it out of the wax wrapping, that's it, and you should have a casing for it because it won't be easy to remove again. But yeah, the lipstick I bought is in Cairo, by the way. I'm really chuffed with these products. I was really curious about these products. They have other things, and I was kind of and ahhing, but it adds up, and these were the three ones that I was very interested in. I still left the concealer back, and I think they have a powder, which now I'm curious to see if it works with their foundation, of course, but anyway. This is how it looks, and I'm going to skip to me with no makeup on and doing the application so that you can see it going on my skin. If you're wondering, my skin is sort of combination to oily depending on the environment and the weather. I have had acne for almost 3 decades now, hormonal acne. It has calmed down over the past year and a half, but I still have a lot of hyperpigmentation, which I'm not very comfortable showing off in its full glory sometimes. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how my skin deals with kind of this more oil-based type of makeup, because again, I'm more on the oily side, but we'll see how it goes. I'll jump now into the application process, and I hope you enjoy. And if you have, I'll ask this several times during the video, leave me thumbs up and subscribe, because we need good people here. Come on, jump over to this ship. Okay, so here we go. Please ignore my cold sore. I have applied one of those Compeed little discs, those hydrocolloidal patches to protect my brushes, and everything is safe. It's basically gone now, but it still looks a bit red. I'm taking the product out. It has sort of smeared a little bit into the box, and here it is. I'm going to hold it from the wax side always, and I'm going to take product with a brush, just a little bit at first, even because this brush is a bit dense, so it will pick up more product. And now let's see how it goes. First thing, it's really sheer. Oh, so sheer. Okay, now it's showing. You know, I like my medium coverages because they can go either way. And even a high coverage can be, you know, sheared out. This is really sheer. Well, close match to my skin, actually, which is nice. But this is so sheer that you wouldn't notice much. It is a bit lighter, though. I have a blemish here that I have devilishly picked. But here we go. Real life, real people, we do that. I pick blemishes sometimes. I wasn't expecting having to pick up so much product. Okay, when I build it up, I can see it's a bit too light for me. Can we see a difference? Let me lower the light, maybe. So yeah, this is one side of the face done versus the other side, which is not done. There isn't much difference. This is a really sheer coverage product, in my honest, humble opinion. So here we go on the other side. I always start with my hyperpigmentation areas, which is where I need the coverage. And then I blend out and sheer up from there. But this one is going to need some concealer. I'm not used to that with cream foundations, you know, stick foundations, things like that. I'm not going to go on my forehead just because I don't feel like I need any coverage there, and because if it does collect onto the fine lines and wrinkles, the sides, the lines on the sides of my mouth will show that for sure. Yeah. I mean, I can try and build it up, but I'm not seeing any actual coverage coming through, so I'm not going to push it, you know? You got to work with what you get, and this one is not high coverage at all. They do have a concealer, and now I'm regretting not getting it, but it adds up, you know? I buy my own stuff to test out, so as is, it does feel slightly creamy and tacky, as it should. I mean, for this kind of product. I'm gonna go with a cream concealer just to kind of even my under eye area. This is Marc Jacobs, in case you're wondering, the Uncover Up or whatever concealer. Really like it, by the way. I don't think I've ever mentioned it. Just patting a little bit here to tone down the darkness. Haven't had much sleep tonight, you know what I mean. A little bit on my blemish here. Now that is coverage. Do you see that? And I can still use this as a sheer foundation if I want to, just blending it out. So it will need some setting, of course. I'm going to go over my scars or dark spots on one side of my face so that we can compare both sides. I'm not going to go full coverage, but I'm going to add a bit of concealage. It seems the concealer may be really needed to use with this foundation if you need some extra coverage. If you have pigmentation like I do and stuff like that, it may not be enough. Now let's go into the highlighter. This is Pipit. And I'm going to take another brush. I really love this one for for picking up cream products and just, you know, picking up some product. This has a scent. Damn it, why do they do this? I mean, it's Lush. Why wouldn't they? But yeah. Just picking up some product, patting it onto the skin, seeing what difference it makes. They have several shades. I decided to go with a hybrid. I thought because this is pinky, this could go as a highlighting blusher, which I'm sort of in the mood for. And it's actually really pretty. These are very sheer. I don't know how these would work for darker skin tones, but you tell me if you have a darker skin tone, if you've tried these, and maybe some colors work for you and not others. This is a very lightweight sheer, pinky, cool tone pink, highlighting glow. I kind of like this. The base is done. I'm going to powder a little bit because this is very creamy to the touch, and I touch my face, so it will rub off more easily for me. And I still want to give it some shot of longevity too, although it's not high coverage or anything. If it disappears from your skin, you'll hardly notice, but still. I'm just powdering, you know, T-zone and then my jawline. You know, when you sometimes powder some products and you touch them and they are still slightly tacky through the powder. This is not the worst that I've used in that sense, but you can feel it through the powder. So yeah, I'm gonna do my eyes off camera and all of that, and then I'll be right back to do the lipstick. So I'm back. I forgot to tell you what time it was when I started doing my makeup, but this is not going to be a huge wear test. Anyway, I've been doing my eyes for about 15 minutes, and it's 3:41. So about 3:30 I'd go with for the beginning of this mini wear test. I will probably post a video on the eye makeup that I'm doing, but let's jump into the lipstick. This is the lipstick, and it's really tiny. I have here the Marc Jacobs concealer to compare it to, and it's really small. It looks big. I don't know why it seemed big in the website, but it isn't. And it has one of those old school push-up kind of little, I don't know what these are called, but you know, this kind of system. It doesn't have a lock to keep it up, so you'll have to hold it. And my color, the color that I bought is Cairo, which is described as a brownish nude peach. And I'd say it's accurate. The only thing is, in the website, it looked far darker than it is in real life. This is a really nudie color. Let's go. Applying it. My lips are not the best thing to show off lipstick if you want to buy them, because my lips are a bit always chapped, lots of lines, but you know, again, real people. And because I have the little patch on top of my cold sore, I can go over with the lipstick. The shape I don't mind at all, and the color is actually really cute. I don't look the best with very light nude lipsticks, but what I'm gonna do is going over it with my favorite lip pencil, which is NYX Los Angeles, and I do this with so many of my nude lipsticks. So this is not to discredit the lipstick in itself. It's just how I wear nudes, basically. It's not a very, I don't know how to describe the lipstick, but it's not extremely saturated. It feels like it has a sheer kind of vibe to it, but it packs a punch in terms of color. You can see it. So I'd say it's a mid-range, and it is really creamy. So if you don't like something that may sort of feel like it's going to run away through the cracks of your lips, this is not for you. I'm going to give it a wear test also to try out and see if it fades or if it goes into my my lines, because I have plenty. I think to balance up my eyes, I need something more. Let me see. Can I use the lipstick as a blusher? A bit more of a highlighting blush. Yes, it does have, you know, a bit more of color payoff than the highlighter, which makes sense. But yeah, it's a nice combination actually. And because they seem to be all made within the same sort of formulas, so they will mesh together really easily. Yeah, they are really, really unctuous. In case you don't like, I love creamy cheeks, but you may not like that. And if I'm wearing my hair down outside, this would not be happening. I need to take my hair out of the way so that I can wear these cheeks loud and proud. But here it is, taking my hair out of the way, pretend this fringe looks normal. So yeah, this is the finished look with my Lush new products. Regarding the foundation, my first impression is that it's really sheer. It is a cream. It stays sort of slightly sticky to the touch, which is something that some people don't like. It will not be transfer proof. My preferred method of application is the one that I use with a brush. I don't feel comfortable rubbing it on my face. It just doesn't feel sanitary, in a word, basically. But yeah, it went really well with the brush. It is really sheer, and I didn't feel it was too much of a faff having the no packaging, the cardboard kind of matchbox thing. And the same for the highlighter. I really like the color. I love how dainty it is and delicate it is. Again, color payoff if it's something that you need on your skin. It's not, I don't think this color Pipit is going to be the one for you, but they have other colors, and I really like the effect. But because it looks dewy and wet in a way and glossy, but at the same time it gives a little bit of color, so it's really cute. And the lipstick is super comfortable. These are all oil-based. It's going to be very comfortable on the skin, feeling really nourishing. At the moment, it doesn't feel heavy, but it's been half an hour or something, so, you know. I'd like to point out that these products do have a bit of a fragrance. It is really subtle and disappears once you apply it to the skin. But it is quite pungent when you open the boxes. What I think, from what I've seen, basically these formulas are made all on an oil and wax base, and then they add the pigments and tweak the amounts to create more or less density and all of that stuff. But from what I can see, they have added perfume or fragrances to the wax seal on each product. I don't see actual perfume listed on the ingredients of the formulas, but it could be also the smell from some of the oils. I couldn't say. Just so you know, this is fragranced. Before I go or come back with the later check-ins, let me ask you to, if you're enjoying this video, please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and kind of help this channel move forward a little bit if you don't mind, and chat with me in the comments. I really love that. So without further ado, let's jump into the future, where I'll be wearing this for quite a long time. Salutations, my good people of the internet. Well, it's been a while. It's 10:38 p.m. and so it's been 7 hours or something like that since I've applied the foundation. As you can see, I have nothing left on my skin, but I didn't have much to start with, hardly any coverage. I still have blusher and the blusher slash highlighter, and hence a little bit of the lipstick on my cheeks. There's still some color here, but yeah, It fades with dignity, I would say, because it's so sheer and it disappears into the oils of with the oils of your skin, so it kind of melts away. And to be honest, yes, I am a bit oily, but I haven't touched up or even touched my skin that much throughout this whole time. So it is holding up pretty well. It hasn't exacerbated any oils that I might have had. And the lips stayed really hydrated, and then the lipstick faded. I didn't feel like it migrated into my fine lines either. So because I've been editing this video in a new software the whole afternoon, I know that I talk too much, so I'm going to leave you at this, or with this. I enjoyed using the foundation. It's really lightweight coverage, so do with that what you will. It is oil based, but to be honest, on my more on the oily side skin, it was fine. It's just a matter of taste as usual with these things, and I was actually pretty impressed. Downside is that once you open a Lush box, everything in your life smells like Lush, and you didn't have to make your makeup smell like, you know, a Lush store. It was a bit unnecessary, to be honest. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. As usual, if you have enjoyed it, please do leave me a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!